For this book review, I will be reporting on Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. In Vonnegut's book, he focuses on a character named Billy Pilgrim. He's speaking in a third-person point of view. And Pilgrim essentially depicts what war is. He is, in his mind, time traveling, but from an outside perspective, is going through extreme cases of PTSD. He's going through phases of being on a remote land called Tralfamadore, which they essentially do not believe in free will, do not believe in a god or any external factors, and just want to live life in the moment. And, for example, in a time of death, they live in a 4D point of view. In a time of death, they just think, oh, well, this person, they're just dead in the moment, but we can live all the past memories. So they're very optimistic people. They focus on, the best moments of life. So he's in that point of view. And then from that, he can easily jump to being, well, this is his time as a father. He has a daughter named Barbara, and he is a very wealthy optometrist, and he's living a lavish lifestyle. And this point of view isn't focused on too much, but it's very important to understand the book. And then lastly, the point of view that is probably the most covered within the book is his time as a soldier in Germany, American soldier. And at this moment, he has met a lot of other soldiers such as Edgar Derby and Roland Weary, who are both some of his, not necessarily companions, but alongside partners during the time of war. And during this time of war, Pilgrim is essentially going through, he doesn't want to be there. He consistently says, leave me behind, but he never gets left behind. And he just goes through all the stages of torment and depression that war can bring. Now, it's also important to introduce the fact that this book is very non-linear. There's no beginning, middle, end. It's really just all over the place, and it's very difficult to understand what's going on. Well, not to understand what's going on, but like the time period of what's going on. Like, for example, like I said, Pilgrim, he already knows how his whole entire life plays out. Now, this comes at the point where he's an optometrist. So he boards a plane with other optometrists, and he already knows how it's going to go. The plane is going to crash, and he's going to be the sole survivor on the plane. Or the fact that Pilgrim knows precisely how he's going to die, just because based on just a bunch of prior experiences, he knows how his entire life is going to play out. And essentially what Vonnegut is trying to capture with this book is not that war is good or war is bad or what can happen in war. It's just that, he's been through so much that he can't even comprehend his actual external surroundings, that he's created this alternate reality of time travel, which is essentially depicting PTSD. I would definitely recommend this book to more advanced readers, but also people who seem to kind of glorify war and make it seem as if it's something that's so great and that's so something that should be praised, when essentially that this is a different, very unique way to write a book. But I think it's also really great at capturing almost like a first-person point of view of what can happen to a person who has gone through so much torment and pain and just craziness in his life due to the war. And I think Vonnegut's goal of trying to depict war from the point of view of Billy Pilgrim is very accurately depicted, and something that maybe other shell-shocked soldiers of war can relate to.